One place you might not think you have to research is your own backyard. But do you know what's buried beneath your feet? Is there cable buried near your yard, or maybe even a pipeline? There's only one way to know for sure, and to tell us how, we turn to Michael Danna with this week's in-studio guest. Mike?
Thanks, Avery, and joining us on our program now, as he always does this time of year, is David Frey. Dave is the manager of damage prevention for Louisiana One Call, and he is here to tell us today about those 4 little words: call before you dig.
That's correct.
Dave, welcome to This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Thank you, Mike.
Good to see you again. Well, let's talk. It's that time of the year. A lot of plows are in the ground out there right now, and you know, farmers need to be safe just like everybody else. Tell us what's going on out there.
A lot of pipelines in this state. In fact, the average state has approximately 53,000 miles of pipeline and gas distribution lines. Louisiana has almost 87,000 miles, almost twice as many miles.
Wow. And when you think about that, you know, we talk a lot on this program about farm safety, and I know as we move into different crop years, year to year, farmers may take in cropland, they may shift some acreage here or there, but again, when you put a plow in the ground, you need to call before you do it.
Absolutely need to know what lies on the ground.
We have a lot of, as you said, gas transmission lines and that support the oil and gas industry, but in rural areas, primarily you're going to find things like telephone lines and natural gas lines that service homes and whatnot. This program has been in place here in Louisiana for about 30 years. We were talking earlier about the mid-1970s or so. Is Louisiana making progress with regard to your operation? Are people out there becoming safer? Are they getting the message?
Absolutely. We've probably had in the neighborhood of 3 major accidents in the last 30 or so years. One was in Cartwright, Louisiana, that killed 6 people.
And that was kind of the impetus behind us
getting
Louisiana
this
adopting this program.
That's right. And that was someone digging around a pipeline without a locate and struck and gorged the pipeline. There was another accident in Gramercy not long ago, back 95. 475,000 gallons of gasoline spilled into a nearby bayou, and nobody got hurt or killed, and most of the product evaporated, but it was still significant.
You operate a call center from your headquarters here in Baton Rouge. We've been to that facility before. How many calls does your office field in an average year?
Oh, in an average day, we'll take in 2,800 to 3,000 calls, which produces anywhere from 16 to 18,000 calls outgoing. So we're dealing with 18, 19,000 calls a day. And
in a lot of cases, it's not just farmers who need to call. If you're a homeowner and you may be putting in, I don't know.
In a garden.
Exactly. Anything that.
Fence, pool, right. Yeah.
So they need to call you. This is not just something for heavy equipment operators or construction guys or farmers. Everybody needs to call. And of course, we're going to put the number on the screen. It's 1-800-272-3020. But on the bumper stickers here, it's call 811.
811.
We know that 911 is the emergency number. Tell me about 811.
811 has been designated by Congress for and reserved for one-call programs for their use. Congress said this is such an important program that we will utilize the number 811 for one-call programs nationwide. And remember, Mike, Louisiana One Call is a free service to anybody that calls us regarding an excavation or demolition.
I know Governor Bobby Jindal has declared May Safe Digging Month here in Louisiana. Calling is one thing, but there are some folks who don't call, and it's a safety issue. And when things happen, a lot of people are affected. We were talking earlier, State Police is now the enforcement division behind this program,
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. And State Police issued 144 citations in 2008, and they're getting very proactive with enforcement.
When you talk about your call center, if you had to break it down, are the majority of your calls by construction people? Do farmers call? Is it homeowners? Who's out there making those calls?
The majority of calls are from construction type persons. The next category would be our own members who have to excavate around utility and pipelines, and then homeowners are somewhere in the mix as well.
Well, Dave, always a pleasure to have you out on the program. Good luck as we progress through the year. And remember, folks, again, the number, call before you dig, 1-800-272-3020. 888-878-3020. Can you call just 811?
You can call just 811 and you will reach us.
Outstanding. Well, Dave, a pleasure to have you on the program again. David Frey, he is the Damage Prevention Manager for Louisiana One Call. Avery, back to you.